Shalom all, I'm Austin Price Ostroff. Today I would like to inform you of what I feel is the most prized possession in my life. Let me ask you this. What is a prized possession? Well, to me, a prized possession is a key component to everyday life. Not just for me, but an entire culture of men. Something that for generations past and decades to come will hold imperative value. As a Jewish man, I am required to keep my head covered at all times, aside from bathing and schluffing, but not to mention, really, that as a young, Jewish, Floridian man with a little tint to his skin in the 21st century, it is crucial to have a respectably strong hat game. Not to mention it helps from keeping the Yami from flying off in the middle of a hurricane. Let me give you a little brief history about the Jewish man and their head coverings. Throughout the world, there have been many forms of head coverings worn by Jewish cultures prominent that still linger around today. During the 12th century, a high council called Breslov in Western Europe deemed the horned hat the kind of universal head covering for Jewish men. Still lingers around today with the yarmulke, and they come in many flavors and forms. Most used one is more velvet material. It's not my flavor or style, but to each his own. Then you have the shtreimel. That's a more Hasidic, old school, grandfather, the Western Wall type of hat. It's fur, real circular around the whole head. It covers it, and big, sometimes tall even. But the more modernly respectable hat is just a black hat that the brim goes all the way around, real crisp, usually worn with a black suit. And all these hats are usually worn on the Sabbath and holidays and festivals of sorts. Many Jews have adopted the culture of wearing hats though in public nowadays, and some of the hats worn by my peers are pretty lit. The true question is though, what makes a strong hat game? Well, in order to have a strong hat game, you gotta have a diverse lot of hats. Plus, they all gotta be individually unique flavors. Not to mention, you got to represent food. I personally have 77 hats myself. I buy hats everywhere, all over the world, every city I go to. Just on random go to the mall occasions. Mainly because the first store I go to is Lids. And they always kind of get me because they have a huge sign that says buy one, get one half off. So why not buy two? It gives me the opportunity to get one hat from the city that I'm in, just to rep and show where I've been, plus a hat that breaks all odds of uniqueness, that I can flaunt around and create awareness of the strength of my hat game in a subtle but serious way. The deeper meaning that I feel I have with my hats is my representation of where I'm from. I found that living in the Midwest for the majority of my adult life, and really only adventuring to cities nearby there, created real inopportune moments to find my favorite team's hat. See, I was raised in Philly, and the playground was where I spent most of my days. So representing my Philadelphia sports teams on my head in a hat form, that's an excellent way to do things like shoot hoops, play baseball, run around outside without having to come home to mom and be like, "Ma, I lost another yarmulke, I'm so sorry," and then there's a butt whooping. I actually recently just went back to Philadelphia, and I went to one mall, and literally getting on the plane I had 9 new hats, all Philadelphia hats of course. Plus, I even grabbed myself a nice little new hat bag with my favorite Phillies. In conclusion, I love my hat collection. Every day I have opportunity to wear a hat that has not been seen for a while. Basically creating the illusion that It's fresh. One day, I hope to have a hat for every day of the year. And the big thing is that being able to fulfill my cultural tradition of my people in a modern day retrospect, well, that means the world to me. Thus making my respectably strong hat collection my most prized possession.